Okay, so we got the old pipe out. As you can see, it's 100% plastic. The leak was coming from this side of it. Somewhere over here, it was a small pinhole leak. It was getting worse with time. So we're going to switch that out for the metal one here. I got a gasket. I'm also going to be putting on what they're calling a gasket maker, and it's designed specifically for water pumps and thermostats. So I'm going to be putting a little bit on each side. I'm going to hold off on putting this on for now until I get some new heater core hoses. I got them ordered. They should be in tomorrow. But until then, I'm going to put on the upper and lower radiator hoses, as well as put in a new thermostat. Got thermostat housing gasket right there, and another gasket for the thermostat there, as well as a belt. So I'm going to be working on that today, and then I'll finish by putting on the heater core hoses. Also too, I'm going to be putting on a new intake manifold gasket. I spent some time cleaning this up and making it look really nice, and I figured, while I got this thing off, it's going to be the most optimal time to put on a new gasket. Alright, so I'm going to start by draining the radiator. The radiator petcock is on the left lower section of the radiator. There we go. Alright, so I also want to drain what's in the reservoir. Undo that there, and it should drain from the bottom. Looking down in there, there's like some sludge down in there, so I'm going to wash that out. So with the locking tool, the vice grips, I'm able to just slide it just like that. So I'm not even going to bother taking off this end of the hose, because I'm taking off the entire thermostat housing. So there's one, there's two, looks like 3 bolts. There we go. Because I want this further enough back to where I can get my hands here and break this free. We still got coolant. Okay, so there's where it connects to the rear of the block. So I got the little bracket off, and how I kind of approach this is I used a razor blade, and I just kind of made a slit right there, and I'm gonna try to get in here with a flathead and kind of just pry that off right there. Okay, so here are the heater hose components. There's a total of 3 pieces. So this one up here is just on its own, just gets installed as it is. This one down here though had some kind of connecting piece. I already got it in the new hose, but that attaches to this hose here. Okay, so I forgot to mention on this one here, I do have to make a cut, and I want to do this right here all the way around. I'm going to try to use a combination of this tool here as well as a razor blade. The piece of the gasket that's sticking outward needs to sit in that edge. Alright, so the new part is in. I put a little bit of gasket sealer on all sides of the gasket and on this side of the pipe. It says that these bolts or nuts are torqued at 13 pounds. I went a little bit past 13, somewhere around 20. I was satisfied with that. So this is good to go on this end. And then the bolt, this is a bolt, it's a bolt and a nut. It sits back here. That says it's also torqued at 13. I just put a ratchet on it and just ratcheted it down as tight as I could. So I got the replacement pipe in place. I got it hooked to our new heater core hoses, upper and lower. And how this sits in there, there's a little edge, I don't know if you can see it. There's a little edge inside of the O-ring, so that's how it sits in the gasket. You just want to make sure that it's seated properly all the way around. I see. You just want to make sure, go all the way around. On this end of it, there's really only one way that this sits, and it's just like that.